Moonlighter 2 is here, and dude, I'm really excited for this one. Moonlighter 1 is actually one of the 3 main roguelites that got me into the genre next to Dead Cells and Enter the Gungeon, and I loved it. If you don't know, it's a shop sim mixed with a dungeon sim where you fill a shop with items that you collect by slaying monsters in a procedural dungeon. It's really fun. And it's brought to us by developer Digital Sun and publisher 11-Bit Studios, and they're a great team. Now today I'll take you through the demo. I've already played quite a bit of it, and I'm going to show you some of the dungeons, the shop sim, the town, the upgrades, and just give you a full run through of it. And at the end, I'll give you my first impressions review to make sure it's a game you should keep your eye on, but you should, it's really good. As always, I don't own the music in the video, it's the developers, but I want to show it off, it's good. And before we get into it, of course, please click that link above my head if you want to check out my playlist to see more indie games like this. Yeah dude, let's go wheel and deal and sell our soul in Moonlighter 2. Alright, Moonlighter 2. Now, I always like to show off the main menu before I even jump into giving you an idea of what this game is, because developers put work into these menus, so we gotta make sure to give them a little bit of praise for it. So, it's a pretty basic menu. Exit, settings are pretty basic as well. Language, graphics are just enough to make sure it works for your system. And then sound design, which is great for someone like me trying to do a video. Now, we're just gonna continue my game, but before we do, I wanna admire the goo effects. I love the goo effects. I've loved goo effects since I was a kid. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles all day. But yeah, let's go ahead, continue my game. I wanna show you what we got going on here, and there's a lot going on. So the first game had a lot of upgrades, sure, but this one's expanded. So the first thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna take you around the little hub world here. As you can see, the loading screens are a little bit long, but you know, whatever, right? Geez, this one's taking a real minute. Now, here we are in the town. As you can see, down here is where we would start a run. I love the draw from this. Little goop fields below us, it lets me know that we're pretty fucked if we keep doing this. But we have our blacksmith, so check him out. We'll talk to him. His name's Andre.
Hello, Will. How can I help you?
That's not a good voice for him, but I like it anyways. Alright, so I got the merchant sword right now, but I also have the merchant's gauntlets. What makes them really cool is the fact that, what makes the gauntlets cool is they're really fast-paced. Lower attack, of course, but you also build up focus, and then you eventually just unleash with this focus where you build up almost like a rage meter. Then you attack faster and hit harder. I also, just to take a look at it, I really like the little goo vials on it. It's just kind of a cool effect. And then the sword is just one that as you attack, you build up a finisher, and then you have a big swing attack, which can sometimes stun enemies, but it does, of course, a lot more damage. Now, I haven't unlocked this armor yet, but armor was not in the first game, so it's cool that it's here. But as you can see, the upgrade cost is pretty steep. So then if we go over here, the only other real person that I've been able to interact with so far is the potion lady.
Hello, Will. What do you want today?
I don't know. So you can increase your health. I already crafted an additional potion, which you need it. Of course, upgrade the potion efficiency. Down here, initial dungeon perk. You'll see that in a second when I take you to the dungeon. But then you can unlock the ability to find more rare perks. Your attack can inflict ignite. This way you can actually get some burn on that, additional hits. There's just a lot of cool little things that let me know the adventure will continue no matter how far I go into it. So here is my sword and my big attack. I can also smack him with my backpack. Now, if we go down here, just because I want to give you a full run through of what's going on in this town, it looks great. This little hub is somewhere I'd want to visit. And then you got your Sluggo boys here just hanging out. Dude, look how cute they are, though. Just doing their thing. All right, let's cross these ravenous pits. And then over here, we have another additional part of the town, which I don't think it's going to be much in the way of... Or let me change that. I don't think I can do anything with it in the demo. This guy, definitely due to this icon, will allow me to upgrade my backpack. But let's see here. Still alive, merchant. How surprising! I'd love to see you as my customer. I hope my little store opens while you are still on your feet. If something happens to you before that day, could I use some of your stuff as my wares? No, fuck you. So you can kind of talk to some of the villagers, but look at them. They're just hanging out, doing their thing. Homeboy's bartering over here. This guy's just tinkering. She's tripping on mushrooms over here, having a grand time. There's just a lot going on. And then there was one other person over here that I haven't, like, they're not going to do much, but it looks like I might be able to buy resources from them.
Look, Pops, a customer. Can I sell something to him?
No, you can't.
Why?
He has not proven his worth as a warrior.
But nobody has. We are going to starve.
Honor comes first, my child.
I can't eat honor.
It's good. Nice little view out here. There's just, and then all the little details in the buildings around you. Just a lot of love put into it, so no matter what criticisms you see, you can't say they didn't try to make it a world they care about. Ladder going up here, these guys just bathing in this goop. This person, which looks like they might upgrade my slug, which I'll show you what that looks like soon. Oh, let's see, here's Zany Jane.
Stop right there, fella. I know. You saw the bloblets.
Oh, they're bloblets.
You thought they are cute and you want to pet them, as we all do. But they are not ready yet. So let's be civilized and observe, but don't touch.
Alright, fine, be that way. Again, a nice little view. Look at him on his little back over there. I just like the scenery. I like that depth of field effect. It makes it feel very large. Now, over here is the last area before we go into a dungeon. I'm going to save the shop as its own section for when we get back from the dungeon to sell stuff. Then I can give you a rundown of it. So, of course, we got people hanging out. We got this area, which it's not anything so far, but something is going to happen with it. Nice little cantina. Over here, this guy will upgrade my gun, which I'll show you the gun in a second when we get in there. And then this cube is this big cube in the story, which has been telling me shit that's going to be going down. And I don't know what it is yet, but it's been speaking. So now we got this guy.
What the hell? What, you scared the moon out of me? Sorry, the translator is failing again. How is it going? Are you happy with the gun I gave you? With the right materials, I can make something bigger. But remember, this tech is illegal, so don't rat me out.
And I can't do anything with him yet. Now, Big Chungus up here, she's the one that's in charge of my shop. She's kind of, she's not very nice.
Do you want a new cosmetic?
Do I have the money? I do! Oh, I can customize my wall now. Nice. So now I can shop cosmetics, talk to K33P3R in your shop to place cosmetics and decorate your liking. I've already gotten some cosmetics, but they've been only for my cash register. So that's kind of the basics over here. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go and head into a dungeon. So we're going to head over here. Keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling, rolling. And we're going to head straight into Kalina. Dude, look how good that looks. That's sick. Just floating in the void. All right, Kalina. Kalina is a dimension split between the day realm, where Father Sun is worshipped, and the night realm, devoted to Mother Moon. Talaks live by ancient rituals and vows, now corrupted by the arrival of a showman and his tech. All right, let's do it. We're going in. It's so good looking. All right, now we're just going to wait. Of course, we got the stupid loading screen. But now we're in the combat zone. And I don't know, dude. I think it looks great. Just look at all the little objects in the background. The rope dangling to the left where my head's at. Everything's blurry down below because we're high up. Also, always a fun feature, destructible environments. But now that we're here, I can show you. We got that dodge roll. We got our attacks. We're going to be able to interact. And we get a starting relic. So Chain of Pain, spikes. This is going to be going towards the interactable items in the environment that allow me to hurt enemies with it. So each spike deals 2% damage on the previous one, resets at the end of the room. Enemies hit by spikes 5 times are ignited. Flaming flowers spawn 2 times spikes. Spikes deal 20% damage. Dude, that's a really good upgrade. So we're going to do that. You'll see what these are. All right. I guess we're going to go into the room. All right, onto the flower we go. I love this gliding flower. It kind of grosses me out how it opens up, but you know, regardless. Now, I haven't really found a reason to break these other than it just feels good because I don't really get anything. So combat in this game is pretty hard, to be honest. But you see, that's that spiky flower. It sends out, well, the exterminating spikes. Now we got bigger enemies. You have to watch out for the glow around them to know when they're about to hit, because Homeboy's going to release some waves. But we're going to do this instead. Come on. And then we got our gun. Now that's the backpack ability. He was purple, now he's stunned. Homeboy hit a wall so I can hit him, and it's an immediate almost death or a huge chunk of change. But I can also hit other enemies with them. And it just makes it an easy clear. Now, I have 2 potions to use, and for my first runs, I was getting wrecked on like the first 2 stages. I had to learn to dodge, I had to learn to weave, I had to learn to read attack patterns, which is a great mark of any roguelite, because you need them to be hard. The whole goal is to get better. So now I can show you this loot mechanic, which I think is pretty cool. So we got Moon Badge, back to Tresna, gain $50 per each firewood in the backpack. That's a good one. That means just having it in the backpack is nice. Or other times you need it to be adjacent to it, or in the right column or row. Mother's Ring, next time you burn a relic, gain its money. So the Moon Badge seems nice because of firewood in the backpack, but it's kind of a problem because you're going to get better items as the run goes on. So I'm going to do Mother's Ring. It's worth 150, and I wonder if it's actually permanent. Now, we're going to do next time. So if I burn a relic, it gains money. So we're going to put that right over here in this slot. Then if you look at these relics, there is a red arrow above it, a red arrow to the right of it, and then double arrows. This means whatever relic is next to these arrows is going to get burned, which will then increase the output I get from Mother's Ring. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put this right here. And then we're going to burn... I don't want to burn this. We're going to burn this bad boy. Damn. Well, I was wrong. So I don't know everything, and damn it! I lost that one too. Whatever. Whatever. Live and learn. Now on to the next area. It's a small area. Now Homeboy's glowing. Take him down. Take him down. Took him down. And then we'll just hit this one last time, because when you split open these little buds, you get a resource. That resource is what you have to use as well to upgrade items. Oh, damn it. I did not expect that to hit me. Get out of here. Man, that sucked. That was a hard hit. Still, oh, God. You can fall off the ledge in this, by the way. Alright, now I get a real upgrade. So, increase my critical hit chance. Sunsprout. Flaming flower spikes inflict ignited. I also deal 30% damage. So, that's a good one on the Sunsprouts. Increase critical hit chance by 10%, but reduce your max ammo. Or increase 10% critical hit chance and 20% critical hit damage. Ferocity's better. Let's just get that critical up all day. Now, this is going to give me another upgrade like what I just got. I'm not sure what this does yet, so let's actually find out. I haven't gone through this kind of door yet. Alright. Oh, it's Homegirl. What can you do for me? Your special deals 30% damage and inflicts ignite. That's nice. My attack. Nah, give me the hot touch. I like my special, but if my attack's just doing ignite, that's a win. Alright, now we got a regular chest or a boss chest. And it's not like a boss, it's an elite enemy. So we're gonna go take these elite enemies down, because I don't like that they have my stuff. I'm looking to get rich. You have these little spike traps, which suck. Take him down. Do I have any environmental power? I do! Took him down as well. Got it. We got an elite enemy up here. Take him down. Yep. Now you ain't gonna do shit to me. Uh-huh. No. Get wrecked! Alright, so we did really good on that room. I'm down to half health. Let's just go ahead and take the potion. I got one more, but it's worth it. Alright, let's see what loot I got. Each time this relic increases its value, add 50 to all firewood. How do I know if it increases its value, though? Burn the pointed relic and gain 100? Oh, that's nice. Yeah, let's do that. So we're actually going to burn this thing right here. Gain some money. Now, I don't think it's going to do it twice. Nope. So we'll keep these items until I need to burn something else, which this is still a good one to have. Ooh, this is good. So we have a golden room, or we can get double loot. Let's be gamblers. Let's see how well the loot scales if I go to a much harder room. As you can see, this room's a lot bigger. There's our boy. That hurt. Took him down. Got him. I'll take my loot. Oh, there's a lot of elite enemies in here. So we're gonna do some of this. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, you're still alive. Got him. So as you can see, the combat's pretty fun. It picks up a lot as you get better at it. And so I'm excited to see how it expands. Okay, so we got more loot for this room, so it was worth it. Burned comes back with 300 more. Hell yeah, dude. We'll put you right here. And see, now this one goes away. So we'll put that there. And then put you here. I'm gonna put you here. I'll let you burn this one. I'll put you here. Put this one down here for a second. Actually, we'll do this. This way, nothing gets burned, and I can still use it for later. And we are off to the boss. I'm excited. So I actually held off for the video of going to the first boss because I wanted to experience it on here. So let's see what we got. Okay, so we got whatever this thing is. Looks like I can't do anything. Let's go ahead and try to beat every enemy around here for a second. Get shot. Oh! Oh my god. Ah! I can do this! Okay, got that. Damn, there's still a lot of enemies on this stage. Alright, let's get him, because they're going to be shooting crap. Ah! Alright, so I just got these two enemies. Got him. Alright, now. Okay. Okay, I gotta break him. And I did it! Oh my god, I have 2 health left. I thought I was about to really suck for a second there. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Corner. Burn relics in the same row and gain $100 per each one. Once placed. I don't have any firewood, so we're gonna do this. I got 1 firewood here. So let's, I need a corner slot. So we'll go ahead and burn you. And then let's put you up here. And then just in case, because I'm not sure what it means by this, we'll go ahead and put this firewood here. Let's do this. Nice! So that's exactly what it meant. Okay. And then we'll put you here. Excellent. All right, off to the forge. I wonder what he gives me. I haven't actually talked to him yet inside a dungeon. So I'm kind of excited to see what he does. What you got for me, dog? Special hits twice. That's good. Special has 50% range and deals 30% damage. That's really good. Ooh, that is good damage. Now here's the problem. I've got 2 health. It's not actually worth me going forward. So one of the cool abilities, and you had this in the first game, is I'm going to hold B or circle on my PS5 controller to just go back to town and keep all the loot I have. There's literally no negatives to it. Because remember, you're here to shop. Like, you're here to collect resources to sell. So there shouldn't be a negative of leaving because you're just coming to get paid. Alright, so we did really good on this. So now we're going to finish out this video by showing you the shop simulator aspect, which is really fun. So we'll go in here, into my shop, my humble abode. And I'm going to give you a little walkthrough before we even get into it. So let's just start at the back. So back here, we got my bed. And you wake up here after each day. I love this little fireplace. It's so good. It's so homey. I would live here. Mom and Dad, miss you. Now we got our cash register. Right here, when the shop opens, it's going to give me a relic, which will allow me to alter my prices to get better income. This is my little sluggo boy. He also will give me incentives as we go through. This is my bot. He allows me to have my merchant progression. So it allows me to either increase my base effect permanently, or extra skill slot, which you'll see what that means. Increase charm. I think the other additional unlocks, either I have to get this first, or they're just not here for the demo. But the other thing, we can change the cosmetics of my shop. So I've got 2 different cash registers to choose from. We got this one, and we got this one. I like this green one, so I'm going to use that today. And then I got a new floor, or a new wall style. Oh, that's nice. I like this cantina style, but we're going to go red just for the sake of it. However, I don't know if I like the register being that way. Yeah, it looks too much like Christmas. No. 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 Yeah, we'll do this one. Okay. Now we get into the shop aspect. I'll ring this to open the shop, but we got to set our items out. Now, I like to... It's better to kind of save big items for later. Just usually, right? It depends on the relic you get. So I'm going to set out my 2 weak ones first so I can get those later. Or my 2 relics that are not super expensive out. And then I'll set my 2 decently priced ones out. And then you don't actually close shop until all your items are sold. So we're going to open up. So now see this thing lit up. So now your next shop perk offers at least 1 legendary perk. These are my perks. So when I get my next one, because there will be another one added in as I sell, I'll be able to get a legendary one. Selling common relics increases 5% charm effect, gain +1. That's your charm. Effect is +10. Charm and boost are what you'll see in a second. These give you additional price increases for your items. But let's go call for fortune. So we're open. I didn't get much of an effect, but they're going to come over. They're going to kind of snoop around, see if they find anything that they're liking. This is another minigame that is increasing my price as I go through. I don't know why they're fuming, though. I haven't figured that out yet. What you got for me? So notice, I can now give a boost or a charm. I am going to give a boost and a charm because I want to make as much profit as possible. I'm not 100% sure yet if these stick, but it's fine if they don't. So now I just gained a bunch of profit. Now we're going to put out another relic. I also got an upgrade here. All deals have +1 skill slots. That's pretty good, actually. There we go. Now I got to clean up this mess. Still waiting. Okay, he wants to buy it. What you got for me? All right, I can only do a charm, but that's okay. That's a good price increase. So go ahead and sell it. We'll put this thing in its place. We're going to pet my pet here. He does something for me. There we go. All right. Oh, he gave me some boost. All right, good. So we'll boost this one time, just once. I want to make sure I keep some boost for later items. Go ahead and put you in. Let's get my perk before I do it. Each cell grants 1 extra skill. Only 1 can be stored. While 3 or less stored increases 50. Boost effect. Let's get 1 extra skill. What you got for me? There we go. Increase you. Increase you. Take my moolah. Alright, let's see here. Yep, we'll give that charm. We'll give that boost. Let's upgrade my stuff. And then increase this price. Get this really quick. Each only using boost skills increases 5% charm. Skills spent in the next 3 deals are restored. That's perfect. This is 600. Give me that charm. Give me that charm. And they're gonna pay me 1,000 buckaroos for this. And my last sale of the day. I got a bunch of charm on this. I'm gonna charm the pants off this guy. Almost $1,000. When I still got 1 more item to go. Do this. Get 1 more. Only 1 can be stored. Each additional skill increases 100. You know what, dude? Why not? I don't know what this is going to do for me. I'm going to click it anyways. Clean this mess up. Come on now. I got nothing else to see. Who's buying it? Who wants it? Why are you making a mess in my shop? That's who wants it. Come on. Oh, yeah. We'll do the 1 boost. Charm the pants off this guy. Charm the pants off this guy. That is good profit margins. And that's a day. So now we get to pick which one we want to submit. I'm going to submit, of course, my highest paid one, Sun's Joy. And I'm trying to fill this cube up, which is what will progress the story. However, in the demo, I don't know if it's going to go much further past that 5,000. And like that, I wake up with a new day. So I didn't get the skill, but I tell you what, before we go further, let's go upgrade some stuff because I've got enough coin to, you know, I guess be able to get a couple things. So we'll go talk to homeboy over here. And we'll go ahead and upgrade my merchant sword. Yeah, it feels good. Feels good. But I tell you what, for the second though, since I kind of spent most of my money, I want to show you this one other weapon. Very fast attacks, a nice clamp down attack, and now I've got my ultimate. Just allow me to obliterate them. So neither weapon is bad. I kind of like the sword better just on personal taste alone. And then I can still upgrade right here. Increase my max health by 10. Totally worth it. And just like that, that's kind of what you got here, Moonlighter 2 for the demo alone. This should give you a well-rounded view of what's up to offer here. So I think with that, I'm ready to go ahead and hop into my first impressions review of it. So let's do it. That was my Moonlighter 2 gameplay, and I loved it. Now, normally, when I give my first impressions review, I use the price of the game to kind of help out on this, but it's not released yet, so we'll just have to go off the demo alone. Also, I'm going to be a bit biased, but I'm going to give you my pros, my cons, and then a score on a scale of 1 to 10 to give you an idea of what I think about it. So let's hop into the pros. The first pro are the graphics. The graphics are great. It's a step up from the first game, which had a fantastic pixel art style, but like Risk of Rain 1 to Risk of Rain 2, they went from pixel to 3D, and I like the new 3D hand brush paint effect, where it feels like Breath of the Wild, but more like a mosaic, and I don't know, it looks great. But add in the new visuals and you got a whole new thing going on where this town that you start out in feels very lived in. Everyone's just hanging out, doing their thing. They all have their own little animations to make them feel alive. Add in even just the wind effects, the fact that everything's moving, especially in the combat rooms where you see like sand waterfalls in the background, or the fact that there's little flags flowing in the wind, or the fact that there's depth of field effects to show that you're really high up and there's other things really low down. These are great to see. But on top of visuals, there is the fact that there's the combat visuals that add in. Like, all the enemies look unique with the way they attack, or they stand out to the rest. And then with the weapons I use, they all have unique animations that just, I don't know, it makes them feel like their own weapon versus just a tacked on new attack. Now let's go into the sound design, and it's good. Listen, weapons feel heavy, enemies have good sound effects with their attacks to make them feel like they're really doing damage, and then of course the music is relaxing. It has that majestic mountain vibe where it feels, I don't know, just spiritual almost, but it fits well, especially in combat rooms where it still keeps that majestic vibe without feeling like, oh my god, you're about to die. No, it just builds tension because you're here to collect items for profit, alright? It's not life or death, really. Now, of course, the meat potatoes, the gameplay, and this is definitely a step up from the first game. Moonlighter 1's biggest flaw was the combat, which it was a little meh. And it wasn't bad, it just wasn't perfect, and it's because they were trying something new, especially with that shop simulator part. But the combat in this has been refined. You have a new gun that you get to use. Each weapon has unique attacks and playstyles to make them feel fun to try out. It's much harder to avoid enemies because they have unique attack patterns. On top of the new backpack smash attack, sometimes you want to smack them with a backpack for an insta-kill, so you have to know how to get them into that purple daze state. I like the fact that there's interactable items that aid you in combat, like the spike flowers. That wasn't in the first game, and I'm glad it's here because it's a lovely addition. Add in the fact that also loot now has new gameplay mechanics where you can upgrade the loot for more money in your backpack by placing it strategically in the right spot to alter other items. It wasn't needed, but I'm glad it's there because it's fun. Then we'll hop back into town where we go into the shop simulator gameplay. I think that's been expanded upon in a great way. The new charm and boost system makes it fun to deal with because you have to kind of think, which items do I want to use this on? The fact that you also get new relic upgrades in the shop as the shop day goes on to help you increase profit, or that you have a pet that helps you increase profit, or that you have to constantly be cleaning. All these little things make it really fun to keep running around where it's not frantic, it just is busy and it feels good. And one thing that I didn't know where to fit in that I like as a new addition is the fact that the map is now room-based versus map-based, meaning you go from room, then pick the next reward you want, where in the first game it was one big open map that was sectioned off by rooms. And so it kind of felt like a Metroidvania versus this being a combat sim, which, I don't know, it's a good upgrade. But let's go ahead, hop into the review. This is an 8.5 for me out of 10. I'm a little biased. I love the first game. I love this one. It's more of what I want because I love these type of roguelites. But again, if you like this type of roguelite, listen, that 8.5 for me could go up to a 9.5 or a 10 for all I know when the full game releases. But yeah, it's an 8.5. Now that is going to cut it for me, but before we get out of here, of course, please dude, like, comment, subscribe. It helps my tiny little channel. It lets me know you want to see more videos like this. It lets me know you want to just see more of me, I guess, right? But of course, drop a comment. Let me know if you played Moonlighter 1, what your favorite roguelite is, what you thought about this demo, just anything and everything. Let's talk, or just talk shit with me. I don't care. And of course, please click the link to the right of my head so that way you can subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, or click the link to the left of my head to go to my playlist to check out more indie games I've already covered. You never know, your favorite new game might be in that list. But yeah, other than that, thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.